And you're recording. It's my favorite day. It's rib day. So what I've got is some Fred Flintstone looking Brontosaurus ribs right here. So we're gonna start. I make my own rub. It's got brown sugar, it's got salt, it's got pepper, and all we're gonna do is sprinkle this liberally on both sides. We'll start with the back side, just because it's the back side of the rib. Doesn't mean you don't want it to be flavorful. So this process is probably gonna take 7, maybe 8 hours to do. But we'll rub the back side of these Brontosaurus ribs. Now we'll get to the real meaty side, but don't be shy with your rub, because all that's going to be in the oven for 6-8 hours, and then we're going to smoke it. That's how we're going to finish it off. But what I'm going to do is get this assembled. We'll give you a nice view of how we're actually going to put it in the oven first. Put it in the oven is going to help control that temperature before we finish up with the last hour. Somewhere 200, 225 degrees, but a constant low and slow heat is what you need. A couple other partners to need to mention today. Nice big Cuisinart tongs. These will flip those bad boys once we get out to the grill. But I'm going to finish putting my dry rub on here, and then we'll come back, take a look, see what it looks like. All right, so I finished getting the rub on that. Give a nice little close up. And in case there's any moms out there watching this, guys, here's a fantastic idea that I had. You notice there's actually plastic wrap on there. You don't want to put raw meat on your counter. Just something else I've learned. Kind of a mise en poisse fact for today. So I'm going to get these things started in the oven. We'll kind of take a look at them every hour or so. Once I start assembling my homemade barbecue sauce, we'll take a look at that as well. But today, get excited because it's rib day. All right, so got the ribs tented in there with foil. We're going to start off at 200 degrees. We'll continue to check and monitor that about every hour or so. So we'll be back. All right, so we're setting up the grill. It might be kind of interesting because let me turn this around real quick. If you can kind of see the clouds in the sky. Well, there's a big hawk up there if you could see that. But hey, happy 4th of July. There's the flags going. But setting this up, I'm gonna throw those bad boys right on that side. I do cut the mesquite from the trees around the property. The chips, I'm gonna use chips. This is actually a great thing because I put some of the smaller mesquite branches in the chipper, and then we can actually go ahead and make our own wood chips. But that's what I did with this. This mesquite's been drying out probably for 6 months now, so it should be perfect. But I'm gonna go grab those ribs. We're gonna put them on the smoker, and we're gonna give it probably another 4 or 5 hours. Deuces. All right, here it is. We're gonna throw those beautiful Brontosaurus ribs onto here. Give me just 1 second. All right, there they are. I was a little worried that wasn't gonna fit, but what I think I'm more is over my shoulder here, the rain clouds. There is certainly a way to finish these inside. I actually kept them in the oven for about an hour just because I was getting the fire set up. But let's let these smoke a bit actually leave that open. It's kind of a temperature control thing. And highly recommend having a place, because if it does rain, you're gonna want to chill out. So we'll probably just have to turn on the TV for a bit, chill out here. Yeah, I'd say in an hour, we're gonna go back, check those things. Probably time to bring out some apple cider or something to spray on that so it helps break down all the proteins. When those things are done, the goal is that we're just gonna be able to rip those things apart. So keep an eye on it and let you know what's happening. Just a little update. We can see all that nice smoke. Just be patient. Let it do its thing. A couple more hours and we'll be all good. All right. We're sitting right at 230 degrees. Let's take a look. Oh, this is good smoke. Yes. Time to flip these bad boys. Okay, it's about that time. I think it's a bit close to 6 hours. Look at that. Keeping that perfect temperature. That is what we did. Now, hard part, we could be taking these, not so bad, in our little container. Oh, that's heavy. I think someone would not mind if I dropped all that. But I'm gonna get these inside. We're gonna start carving it up. And then we can celebrate everybody's favorite ribs. Ribs, baby! So, just tear some of that meat off right there. No. As promised, it's tender, falling off the bone. Look at that perfect thing. All right, just because you're obnoxious, we get one to fatty. But these are gonna be delicious. It did take 6.5, 7 hours, but when you're cooking a brontosaurus rib, there's nothing better. Ribs, deuces, baby.